living that life. We just living that life. Talking plies, living that life. We just living that life. You're listening to the Living That Life Digital Nomad Podcast. Hit the subscribe button on iTunes if you're a boss, and check out the YouTube channel for dope travel videos. Let's get it.
Yay. Mr. Jerry Wilson. What's up, brother?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's about time we do can you see me? Yeah. About time we do a podcast, get you on the show, because we've known each other for a few years now. 4 years?
Yeah, four. Time flies.
So, what was it? Nomad Summit must have been 2017? Nomad Summit 2017. Chiang Mai, homie, Mr. Jerry Wilson, hustling. We've hung out in Chiang Mai, obviously Bali, we hung out a couple times, keep running into you. You know, you run into everyone in Chiang Mai. So yeah, that's how it goes. And right now you're working on Instagram automation for ManyChat. I'm a ManyChat guy. I love it. It's super fun. And so now you can do it for Instagram. That's the deal?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
and it's part of chat marketing, which is messenger, email, and SMS. Yeah. And I'll get into that kind of later on.
So let's get into that later. So that'll be a part 2 if you're interested to know about all that shit. But I think we bumped into each other, and let's just like catch up. Like, what have you been working on? Like, how long have you been in CANGGU? And then we can talk about some Chiang Mai versus CANGGU stuff. People always love that. Man, what have you been up to?
So I've been in CANGGU since February 2020. And so the whole story, I'll go back a bit. Since 2017, I went back to London. I lived in Chiang Mai for about 6 months. Went back to London, tried to get back into tech because everything I tried in Thailand just didn't work. Tried drop shipping. I think everyone's touched drop shipping at some point.
Yeah.
And then dropped it.
and then dropped it. Yep.
And some people make it work, and that's good for them. But like for me, it just didn't work. But the last thing I tried was Amazon merch. And then I flew back to, so I had my account. And they enabled it when I got back to London. And then there was a Nomad Cruise that was going on.
Yep.
And I went on that in 2017. And I had tried to get back into tech, run out of money. And I think I had like £500 in my account. I was like, let me just roll the dice, get on the boat, and just like figure it out. And it was going from Las Palmas to Panama. And I wanted to go to Colombia. So I said, I'm gonna live in Colombia for 6 months. I've already got like half a month's rent money. I'm just gonna make it work. When I landed in Las Palmas, for 3 days, I just did these designs for Amazon merch. And then it was 2 weeks completely offline. And from those 3 designs, I taught like my family how to upload it. So I just created, I think, about 100 different designs. And I said, okay, just upload, because you could only upload 10 a day. When I came off, there was like $1,400 from those 3 days of just hustling. And doing from zero of profit. And then that really just kind of opened my eyes to how powerful Amazon is.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I've heard about it. You hear other people, you see the screenshots, but when it's you, when you've like literally made that passive income completely offline for 2 weeks and got paid, I was like, wow, okay, let me keep doing this. So I did that for a few months in Colombia, end of 2017. End of 2017. And then I got the Amazon slap. I got it to $300 a day in profit. And then Q4, which big for Amazon sellers, they couldn't handle the load. So they just hit all my listings. And my sales just went to zero.
Oh, and they couldn't handle all the merch production.
Because they have to print it. They have to print, package everything. There's no upfront cost for me. It's a perfect business.
Yeah.
So I basically got in my feelings, quit Amazon, which you shouldn't do.
Okay.
Right? And then 2018, went back to London again, tried to get back into tech. They didn't like the gaps in my CV. So I was kind of like, ended up working in a coffee shop, £8 an hour. Just crazy stuff.
Yeah,
the last 4 hours.
Go work at Starbucks,
like,
go back and start grinding.
You have to just And I was like, I've got a degree, I've got like 6 years experience. Why am I struggling to get back into tech? When you've got gaps in your CV, when you take this entrepreneurial risk, they don't really like it when you try to go back to 9 to 5. So you have to acknowledge that when you take that leap, it's not impossible to go back, but they will try and make you kind of beg. So eventually I got back into a contract paying me like $350 a day. After like 3-4 months working in a coffee shop, them dropping like pounds in a cup, 2018 summer.
Oh shit.
And then went from that extreme to, okay, making like £8,000 a month in a contract.
Wait, contract for what?
IT. So that, yeah. So back in London. So that's my background, software development. And to get into that is hard. And when you get there, you want to kind of stay there, right? That lasted like 4 months, got really stressed, got burnt out, had severe anxiety. Then I slipped into depression. And then 2019 was 8 months of depression. Like there's pictures I'll send you and show you. And I had it on my Instagram, I'll put it back as well, where I had a belly. So people see me now ripped and they're like, oh, yeah, you've probably always been like that. I had a belly, my shirts weren't fitting me, like sticking out, everything. And that was like 8-9 months of junk food, McDonald's, a KFC twice a day, like binge eating chocolates and just all this kind of stuff that's like terrible for you. And then the height of it, I was on the highest dose of anti-depressants for 8 months. That messes with your head. You start to feel like a zombie. You start to feel numb. And then the height of it was July 18th when I was on a park bench, suicidal. I'd left my suicide note at home. And I was like ready to do it. So now, this July 18th would be like 2 years since then. And I'm going to try and throw a party to kind of see like the 2 years of like progress. But that, luckily I managed to, my method, and I never mentioned the method because I never want to kind of give anyone any ideas. But what I was going to do didn't work, luckily. And then I just had this kind of like snap out of this daze that I was in for like 8 months. I was like, oh my God, I was actually about to do it. I'd actually mentally gone over. I was like, shit, started crying, went home, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to quit this, oh, I missed the part. When I burnt out of that contract, I ended up back in a minimum wage paying job in a bar with like these 18-year-olds, and I just turned 30, so I'm 32 now. And they were like, oh, why are you here? And I was just like making my depression even worse. So I thought the depression started when I was getting paid a lot of money and I had like £35,000 in my account. So the whole thing about money doesn't buy happiness. They pay you, eventually you're going to crack. So that's what caused it. I left work for like 2-3 months. Then I was like, okay, I need to get back into society. Started working a bar job. And I'm like, fuck, how did I end up here again? Another summer. Back to back. In the middle, I made a lot of money, but then now I'm back in a low-paying job with a degree with these 18-year-old students who are asking me these questions. Oh, so if you have a degree, why are you here? And I'm like, you're making it worse. Like, and I'm like on the highest dose of antidepressants, which is like kept me alive, but it just numbed me out. So then, July 18th, when I had that park bench moment, that's like the lowest point in my life. So that was when I was like, okay, that was the turning point. I thought, okay, now I need to actually start living life on my terms and making a change. Let me just do what I want to do. So I wanted to get back into tech, but I wanted to do like software development, not the job I was doing before. I wanted to kind of take my time. I didn't want to fall back into another depressive spell. And then I went off social media eventually for 4 months. And what social media does is, if you're not mentally stable, it will get you into a kind of mindset of comparing your life to other people, depending on who you have on your feed. So I had to come off Instagram. I had to come off LinkedIn, because LinkedIn, you're looking at everyone's job titles. You're thinking, are you ahead or behind in life? Facebook, everything. In that 4 months, I taught myself how to code again, how to build websites. I started making my own shakes, and then I lost the belly. I quit the medication. Within 2 months, they told me to stay on the pills for 18 months. So I still would have been on it into this year. But within 2 months, I managed to quit it. Like, complete turnaround. So that's why I came to Asia. January 2020, I was like, so this is before Corona was even a thing. Like I packed my bags beginning of January. I was like, okay, I made a complete turnaround. This is powerful. Let me fly to Chiang Mai, Thailand, and then eventually let me go to China, go to the Canton Fair, find the see if there's any supplement companies, and just figure out like in that base. And I was supposed to go there in April 2020. And then I was supposed to do a visa run, so my friend kind of like persuaded me to come to Bali. I didn't even want to come here, right? She really said, come, you have to leave anyway, so I left. Flew to Bali February 7th. And then like 2-3 weeks later, the world just shuts down. Boom, Corona, boom. Literally. It's like I was just called to come here. And then all of a sudden I landed in my paradise. Like I've never been anywhere that I've been happier than Bali. And it's just like, it just all happened at the right time. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. So that is how I ended up here.
Wow, whoa, holy shit.
So yeah.
I didn't know your whole story.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to say it.
That's the thing is like, I only see people in these paradises, you know.
Yeah.
I don't see, you know, when they're back home or maybe the struggles, like, and like, people don't post their struggles in the depressive like times, like on social media. That's the thing. You only see the good parts.
Yeah, exactly.
So like, holy shit. So you slid into CANGGU like a few weeks before Corona, and now it's been a year and plus 4 months. Yeah, how's it been? What's next?
So since I've been here, and because I couldn't fly to China, it felt like every month I was having to reinvent what I was going to do for my business. Yeah. Because the idea I came with, supplements, very powerful story, saved my life, I can save others. Okay, now I can't start a supplement business. All right. Oh wait, I can't work in Indonesia. Okay, I have to be digital. Oh wait, I wasn't expecting all of this. So then, I started to move to digital courses, and I realized very quickly that the fitness industry during Corona, everyone all of a sudden, all the influencers all of a sudden, hey guys, this is my workout at home program. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, this is like a terrible time to do anything in fitness. Yeah. Okay. And I realized I'm not a trained personal trainer. I'm not a certified nutritionist. My background is software development. And it's only when I try to train other people, even though I've saved myself, you still need to know what you're doing to make sure someone else doesn't get injured. So I launched Fit with Jerry because people wanted to know how to do calisthenics. And then I ran 2 group programs. And when people started saying, oh yeah, I felt a bit sore, I didn't know whether they were just new to exercise or whether they actually had injured themselves. So I decided to kind of like slow that down and use my tech skills to help other fitness coaches and help other health coaches, and actually lean into my skill set of tech, but my passion for health and fitness. Perfect. And so I took a break for like 2 or 3 months, focused on web development, realized that project-based work you can make a lot of money from it, but it's not the best because you have to constantly find new clients. Yeah. And that's why right now, I've shifted to automation with marketing. Yeah. Right? So marketing automation and chat marketing, because it's a recurring business model. You always need marketing. You need to bring new leads into your business. Yeah. I need new leads for my agency. Everyone needs new business, right? Yeah. So it naturally lends itself to a recurring model, meaning as long as you bring in a client and service them well, they're going to stay with you. Yeah. And you kind of grow over time versus constantly the feast and famine cycle of got a client, do this big project. Oh wait, okay, they're done. Then it's done. You have to go scramble and find someone else. Yeah. So that's where I am right now. And this month, it's funny. I was supposed to partner on someone else's business. That didn't work out in May. That ended at the beginning of June. 2 days later, I was on the Facebook developer conference. Yeah. F8 refresh. Oh, okay. And they announced all these tools. So there's chatbots for WhatsApp, chatbots for Facebook Messenger, and now chatbots for Instagram. Yep. And they announced the automation that's coming to Instagram. WhatsApp is still in beta mode. Yep. They're testing it in Brazil. General Motors gave an example. They generated 88,000 leads through their chatbot. With a 30% increase on their previous lead generation models, 20% conversion rate. They sold 6,000 cars, all automated through a chatbot in Brazil. So
in WhatsApp or Instagram?
In WhatsApp. So they did it on WhatsApp. And is this Sephora? A few examples, it was a similar 30% increase on their previous methods, 20% conversion rate on what they were doing before with email marketing. But what I'm doing now is chat marketing, which is like a holistic email, SMS, and messenger funnel. Because with messenger bots, you have a 24-hour rule on every platform.
Yep.
So, and that's to stop marketers like me from turning messages into email marketing campaigns.
Yeah, just like bing, getting pings all the time. Like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. So there's so many, and there's so many email lists that I'm on where I see their emails, I see the title, I don't open them, and I'm on them for years. And that's the power of email marketing. You can continue to ping someone, they probably won't unsubscribe, and one day they might see a subject line and they might actually peek in after like 2 or 3 years being on your list. With Messenger, it's so personal. You send 2 or 3 bad messages that they don't want and you'll be blocked straight away. So that's why Facebook is being very, very careful with their platform. So with Instagram, do you want me to get into it here?
Let's get into that next.
Yeah.
Let's talk about CANGGU more.
Okay.
And then we'll dive into the talks about
it's a rabbit hole,
the chatbot automation. Okay, but anyways, you got into doing chatbot stuff or automation stuff. Dope. Let's talk about everyone loves Chiang Mai versus CANGGU. Chickadee Chiang Mai. People always ask me, of course, like, what's better? What's your favorite? And like, my honest answer is like, yo, there's no favorite, bro. Like, honestly, I don't think about that. Like, the point of the digital nomad lifestyle is to do whatever the fuck you want and be where you want to be, when you want. So you can have both. But I guess people ask me, where should I start my journey? What would you say to people or I'm sure people ask you that.
So I do have a favorite in this party. It's specifically CANGGU.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm set on, I'm getting my PMA.
What's that?
So when you set up a company, I'm setting up an Indonesian company.
Yeah, he's
in
set.
July. Like I'm committed.
Yeah.
Committed. And I'm going to get a 2-year KETA so that I can actually generate revenue here as well offline. So yeah, I'm set on CANGGU. And the reason why, I hated CANGGU the first time I came. I did a visa run in 2017. I landed, I'd never seen these like black sand beaches. So I was like, the beach is dirty. They had a bigger plastic problem before. It's improved now. They do ocean cleanups, or beach cleanups. But before, when I came in 2017, you'd see plastic bottles washed up everywhere. And I was like,
oh, really?
Yeah, in CANGGU. And it was raining. I think I came during rainy season as well. So all of these things, and I only had like 2 or 3 days on a visa run as a first impression. Then I went to Ubud. Everything was dry. There was the trees everywhere. I was like, this is amazing. I did all the, and I had like a day there. And that was my lasting impression. And I think the reason why people might not like Bali, is because there's a lot going on. Whereas Chiang Mai it's actually quite calm. You can go there and plug into the digital nomad community very, very easily. So depending on what stage you're in your digital nomad journey, if you're a beginner, Chiang Mai is a lot more beginner friendly. You know, where it's a more tight knit community. You can go there, go to a few meetups. They're relatively very, very close, and you can just absorb a lot of information from people within a month. You come here, you can be in the wrong location for 3 months, not even realize you're in the wrong location. And if you don't go out to gyms, and the cost of gyms here are like higher than they are in London. If you don't go to meetups, if you don't use Instagram, so in Chiang Mai, I noticed more people use Facebook Messenger.
Okay.
Than here it's Instagram or
WhatsApp.
Yeah, but people don't really want to like talk on WhatsApp. It's really, really Instagram heavy here.
Okay.
And it's a big, big shift because I now have people in Chiang Mai who complain because I post to Instagram, it automatically posts to Facebook.
Yeah.
They send me messages on Facebook Messenger. I don't even really use Facebook Messenger, and they get annoyed at me because I'm not responding as fast as they would expect. In fact, one person blocked me for that. Right? It's a very, very big shift. And the reason why I like CANGGU and Bali, when I was in Chiang Mai, if I wanted the beach, I had to fly down to the islands.
Yeah.
Right. And so I never did. For 6 months, I didn't see a beach.
Yeah.
Whereas here, if I want to go to the beach, I can walk like 5 minutes from where I'm staying.
Yeah.
It's so diverse. If I want to go to like a mountain, I can go to Mount Batur. If I want to get away from the busy, like hectic, but the busy party kind of lifestyle, you can go to Uluwatu, it's a bit calmer. You can go to Ubud and really be in nature. You can go to Ahmed and the Wi-Fi is non-existent. Look at the stars at night. I haven't left Bali Islands since February last year.
Yeah.
I haven't even been to Gili Islands. I haven't been to Nusa Penida. I haven't even got off of the boat.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still not bored.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
so diverse.
Yes.
So that's the big shift. Whereas Chiang Mai, you do have to make more effort to see a more diverse lifestyle.
Yeah.
So if you're prepared to do that, then sure, you might like Chiang Mai if you like the city kind of life. But here, there's nothing that I feel like I'm missing. Even the people here from all over the world.
Yeah, yeah.
And that wasn't really the case in my experience in Chiang Mai either.
Yeah.
What's your take on it?
Yeah, that's such a cool thing just about living abroad in general is your friends are from all countries mixed around the world. It's like when we go home, like most of our countries are obviously from our home country or most our hometowns. You know, so here it's like our friends are from fucking Spain, Brazil, fucking, you know, London, UK, fucking Dutch, like everywhere. It's just so sick. But Chiang Mai versus CANGGU. Whatever floats your boat. I mean, I always say like my journey has been an excuse. And like you kind of had an excuse to come here initially with the visa run. And my excuse to start in Chiang Mai was the fucking Nomad Summit. So I was like, the best place is whatever excuse you can have to go to that place. Like right now. So I always tell people, Nomad Summit, perfect excuse every January in Chiang Mai. Just go there and stay there for a period of time. And then after you feel like moving, boom, check out Bali, probably stop over in Bangkok along the way. And then, just check them both out. They're both fucking good. I mean, Chiang Mai, obviously you can be up in the mountains. You can do motorbike trips up to Pai, like through the jungle, like just like cruising on the motorbike, super nice. They're both just super chill, very similar in terms of like medium-sized cities. They're not like in terms of population, I'm sure they're like probably similar, but like CANGGU is not a big city. Neither is Chiang Mai. But they both have everything. Bali is super sick because it doesn't feel like city life at all, especially in CANGGU. It's like a town. It's a fucking surf town, still. But it has it has world-class amenities in terms of gyms, massage, physiotherapy, fucking float tanks everywhere, like the best fucking saunas and shit. Like,
actually, now that you say that, that's reminding me why I really like it here, because I've lived in Colombia, I've lived in Medellin for 5-6 months as well, and I loved it there. But again, it wasn't easy at all to plug into the community. And I feel like the community that you associate with the most will, if you can't find them wherever you go, then you feel isolated, right? So you can feel isolated in your hometown because no one is like, if you're watching this, you want to, or you're already involved in that remote lifestyle. So if everyone in your hometown is very traditional 9-to-5 career focused, you'll feel isolated even at home. So it really depends on where you can find your community, where you can find your tribe. And here in Bali, you'll find them. You have to do a little bit more kind of looking around. In Chiang Mai, it's easy to kind of plug in there. But then there's like websites out there that will show you all the hubs. And I think if you join the forums before you leave, then you can kind of pick and prepare before you land somewhere that's cheap, but you're isolated.
Expand on that. What are these forums?
So Nomad List was one of the first ones I looked at.
Okay, in terms of cities around the world, yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's a few more that have popped up. I can't remember the names because I don't actually look at them.
Yeah, I haven't looked at Nomad list in years.
Yeah, because
is Bali number one? Like it should be.
And it's like when you go through that journey, right? When you're beginning, it's all new to you. Once you know, then it's like, actually, okay, I need to focus on my business, and then I'm gonna make wherever I want to live number one, right? So just because a group of people have said that this is number one, you might get there, might not like it. But when you're new, you don't actually know any better. So you have to kind of go and see for yourself.
Okay.
So yeah, the whole Chiang Mai, CANGGU, my perspective, I prefer it for these reasons. If you don't like water, if you don't like sand, if you don't like the heat, and I've met people here that are leaving Bali because they prefer to be in a city where they can dress up and wear coats. It was mainly girls that wanted to do that.
Yeah.
So if you want to do that, you won't really have that much opportunity to wear like outfits and stuff like that, coats where you have to cover up because it never really gets that cold. But if you like that, then you won't like Bali.
Yeah,
I hate that.
You can go to Ubud. It gets sometimes it gets chilly. You can wear a sweatshirt in Ubud for sure. Okay, Nomad list looks like CANGGU is at the top here next to Lisbon. Berlin, Porto. But yeah, I mean, it's whatever site rank, it's one of the top destinations in the world for sure. But yeah, back to the community thing. That was kind of the core question. My take on community thing is, I think Chiang Mai and CANGGU are very similar in terms of ease to plug into the community. I mean, I've said this many times. There's never been any easier time in history to find like-minded people and to plug into your like even micro niche. It's called fucking meetups. It's called Facebook groups. Okay, it's called just like look on Facebook groups and see what meetups are going around in your town. Meetup.com. So whether it's crypto or like there's Amazon seller meetups I go to here. There's crypto meetups. There's fucking chatbot automation. Like it's very easy, guys, to plug in. Not just in Chiang Mai or CANGGU, any city. I don't care where you are. Go to fucking Facebook and look at the events around you and ask Google fucking artist, painter groups, meetups in my town. You're gonna find some shit. I don't care if you're in fucking Kansas or whatever random small town, anywhere in the world, like we're plugged in. There's no excuse. So, and CANGGU and Chiang Mai happen to be just one of the remote work capitals in the world. So yeah, there's Chiang Mai, boom, smack dab.
Actually, that reminds me. I saw one of your recent videos. I think in May, you said you're taking your group to Discord.
Yeah.
And I've noticed that shift. There's a lot of Discord groups now. And I know it was built for gamers. So I've never really plugged in, only for like crypto. What's your experience been using Discord versus Facebook groups?
Yeah, I like Discord because it's like more of a chat, whereas Facebook groups, you have to do like a post. So I feel like in Discord, it's easier just to like send a quick message. Right, okay. You know what I'm saying? And then you can you can reply to specific messages, of course. So it's like and I have some FBA masterminds and stuff that I've started just on Facebook Messenger group chats, but Discord just takes that to the next level because you have a different channel for each topic. Like so it's Slack. Like Slack. Yeah. It's like Slack for friends and communities.
Right. Okay. Nice.
It's exactly the same, pretty much. So super dope. I like it. On that note, I announced a few, I've been doing it with a small group of kind of guys that I know, through the communities in Discord, but did a video, the other day. I want to move, I want to build a big community there, for, all the hustlers, all you guys. Past 2 years, I've not been engaged, with my, community, as my part-time job of helping other versions of myself get this fucking life going. So moved over to Discord and it's dope. It's dope. So yeah, hit me up on Instagram where I send you the Discord link. They have like expiring links. So it's like a private link type of thing. So I want to keep it like an invite only type of thing.
Yeah. Keep the quality high.
Yeah. So I kind of have to know, you and I know so many nomads like over our 4 years, 5 years. So it's like, lots of guys that I know in there. And then of course, people that have followed me that I've engaged with over the years. Want to keep that going. Kind of a mastermind, just like, you saw the video of Eric
like
Engels. He hit me up. He sent me a voice message like, Riley, I just wanted to send you a message. Just like, I just needed to fucking connect with you, man. Like no one, like I'm back home in Montreal. Like, just like, I can't even talk to anyone, man. Like no one around me gets it. Yeah. So.
That's what I was thinking about when I was making that point, that voice note.
Yeah.
Because it reminded me as well to post, and I do post frequently, but now to actually commit to a schedule posting about mental health, because I post about it and then like months would go by, I would redo my grid and stuff like that. I would focus on my business and I forget that there's so many people that follow me. No, there's not that many people that follow me, but of the few people that follow me, there's so many of them that have actually messaged me over the last year and a half as I've continuously shared my story. Thanks, I'm going through depression. I was going through it. Reading your post, seeing your journey. So there's so many people that are watching you that may never actually reach out. Yeah. But you're having an impact on them.
Yeah.
And voice notes like that it's good because sometimes you're like, is there any engagement on this? Should I still be doing this? And then one person like, wait, no, stop, don't stop. And then you're like, okay, actually, it lights you up again to redo it.
It totally, that's as I said in the video, totally reinvigorated me and reminded me that, it's like I have most people that follow me, you know, will never reach out or no comment, no DM, no email. And, you know, for everyone that sends me a DM or email or whatever, or comment, there's 10 others that, you know, don't. So I'm like, all right, like this is it. Cause like I step back for a second. It's a huge, there's no more special thing than to be able to help unlock someone's life, unlock someone's freedom, and helping them start their own business where they can make money on demand is the most special thing that there is in the world. You know, you can give someone a feast, feed them fish, but you teach them how to fish, boom, now they're fucking set for life. So Discord, hit me up if you want to get in there, kind of a nomad brotherhood as well. I met some people who were, this was actually one girl in Chiang Mai actually running a women's only kind of mastermind group, sisterhood type of thing. And she was doing, I think it's invite only, like $35 a month or something like that. And I met her at this meetup in Chiang Mai, and that's her full-time thing. So I'm like, oh shit, like there's lots of value in there. Obviously it's free now, but like the vision is to have some sort of mastermind group that's like an inner circle paid thing. I know tons of guys would pay just for like regular Zoom call meetups or meetups around the world or whatever. Yeah,
because it's important. And it's a lot of work to maintain that community. And that work requires finances, right?
It requires brain energy. But that's the goal, you know, eventually have own meetups around the world and have a videographer like we were talking about before this, and just build the team. And I want to be Jabril in Passport Heavy. I've said that many times.
I said that 4 years ago. He is the model lifestyle of like being able to record my life but not having to go back and edit it myself.
He's got the full-time team. I was actually supposed to do an interview with Jabril's brother, Fuad, today, but we're actually doing it tomorrow. But and I still gotta get Jabril on the podcast. Well, I've done videos with him. But anyway, that's like, he was one of the 2 YouTubers that I followed, 7 years ago. And that's kind of the dream. Travel the world, you know, inspire people. You got your marketing company, you got film crew making dope content, and kind of just, travel as you please and do whatever you want. And you make millions of dollars of passive income. That's kind of all anyone wants. But anyways, to summarize, CANGGU versus Chiang Mai, Thailand, just whatever, just get your ass out here. And a lot of you are probably thinking, is Bali open? Not to tourism, but lots of people are still flying in every day. You basically have to go through a visa agent and do the business visa type of thing. It's totally legal. You just it's like basically a pay to play system. Just get in contact with a visa agent and they will get you in. Like locals, the economy, they want you here. They want you here. So come. In terms of Thailand, not sure, just Google that. But just yesterday, I saw this. Do you see this on my story? Bali plans a 5-year visa scheme for digital nomads as island stalls reopening.
I saw that in January, and I saw that last year as well. I mean, there's almost anything related to visa announcements now feels like crypto news.
Yeah. It's such trendy news. It's like it's such clickbait. But anyways, big picture is, I mean, the fucking work remote revolution was already underway for the past decade, but Corona just accelerated it. So more countries are going to be making it easier to be wherever the fuck you want. They want you here. They want, foreigners here for longer terms, spending money, investing, all that. So whether
you just reminded me of, and I'll talk more about it in the Amazon part, but on that F8, that Facebook developer conference, one of the stats they said was 2020 and Corona, they saw about a decade worth of adoption in 3 months.
Whoa.
So Shopify made more money last year than they did in 2018 and 2019. That's how, and Shopify had a dev conference like 1 a.m. this morning as well. Because of Corona, it was like the biggest catastrophe that we've seen in our generation.
Yeah.
But that also forced adoption that would normally take 10 years to be condensed in 3 months. And there's no going back.
Yeah.
Now everyone, like when I used to work in corporate IT, people would kick down the can of digital transformation because it was like, it's a nice to have. Last year made it, if you're not doing that, you're going out of business.
Yeah.
So it's never been a better time than if you're still thinking about, should I start? It's not only should you start, it's why haven't you? And what else are you still kind of waiting for? There's never been a better time.
And if you don't, you're waiting that.
Yeah.
So,
because everything else is just going remotely. And that, even if you wanted to stay in a job, you have to learn digital skills because companies have seen the power of remote work. It also expands their hiring opportunities as well. So the workforce is going to become more competitive.
Yep.
You can't rely on, this is my town, I'm only competing with these people. The marketplace has opened up.
Yeah.
So that's where innovation happens, but that's also where like laggards at the end of the bell curve die off. Right?
Yep.
You have to pick up new skills.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Dope. On that note, let's dive into your chat marketing piece.
Nice.
So separate video. Find a link somewhere around here if you want to watch that piece. If not, his Instagram is Flybird Consulting. If you want to go ahead and just check that out. That's it. Peace. Hey, so if you're one of the ones who wants to be a digital nomad like me, you want to learn how to make money online, have your own online business, be free, location independent, all that good stuff, you can tap your screen right here to get more information about my new beginner's course, which is geared towards everyone that watches this channel that asks me, Riley, how do I be a digital nomad like you? How do I travel like you? It comes to being an online business owner, being location independent. So you can tap right here to learn more about my beginner's course, including sections on what to know before getting started, side hustle hacking, all the top business models explained, and the transition, how to transition from regular job / career / life to location independent business owner, online marketer, career / business / life. You can tap right here to check that out. Yay.